poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game. Man, you already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to go. Now, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to faithfully settle into life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So listen, understand there is a very big difference behind people that spiritually put their soul into something because it's tied to them, and the people that are soulless and play makeup. And what I mean by that is, say, for example, you see somebody who rap or sing, right? And now you start taking up the talent, right? You don't got talent really, but you got the connections of people who can basically give you, certain things that can help increase your popularity. People can see you. It's all a money game, you know what I'm saying? So they're building you up to be a person that gets recognition and attention, you know what I'm saying? But really, you don't have no soul backing it up. You know what I'm saying? There is no spiritual essence tied behind it. You're only in it for, you know what I'm saying, trying to be something and acquiring money. So you got to think how it'd be easy for you to sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? You have no purpose behind what it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody approach you, say, with a certain amount of money for you to do this, you know what I'm saying? Or for you to, project it like this, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have no spiritual essence behind what it is that you're doing. A lot of people often mistake the understanding of realizing that a gift, a talent, a skill comes from experiencing pain, being silent about it, and experiencing it so much that you take it and you craft it and you turn it into something. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes people who do it like that, they got morals, values, goals. They didn't sell their soul for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a money game with them. It's not a do my people dirty for this, for that. You feel me? You can't get them to sell their soul, because the reason why they doing what they doing is because it's a whole purpose behind it. You feel me? People oftentimes get consumed into pushing a certain narrative and just getting the bag, that they will do whatever is required of them to get out of a certain mindset, even if it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going against, the people, like teaching them, if you take your pain and you turn it into something and you do the work behind it, you can actually turn it into something. But if you are a soulless individual, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna let someone pull you in a direction they want you to go just to have that celebrity status, have that money, have that attention. You know what I'm saying? It won't be earned. So think of how it's gonna be easy for you to fall down like that, because you're gonna have to constantly keep those people in line for you to continue to have that certain success, that certain popularity. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't really work for it. What you did is you copied and pasted. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how a lot of people go down the drain faster, because you have no soul. You have no purpose behind what it is that you're doing. You have no pain behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's just all attention, glory, you know what I'm saying, satisfaction, and then the money. To be able to sustain longevity in whatever it is that you're doing, it's got to be a purpose behind it. It's got to be a motive, you know what I'm saying, for what you're doing. Listen and understand when I say this. There are some people that, like I said, copy and paste, and then there are some people that actually catch a body behind what they saying and what they doing. Those are two different people. They are not the same. You know what I'm saying? So if you get them confused because you don't know the difference, some people just got gift the gab. They could persuade you and manipulate you and finesse you into, you feel me, buying, selling, whatever it is they got going on. You know what I'm saying? There is no real motive behind it, but just status. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be in the limelight, trying to be somebody. And then there are people that got their whole heart and soul behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Meaning there are certain things that they ain't cool with, they ain't gonna do, and they half of the time are independent with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't take something away from somebody that they actually put the work in to gain. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how hard you try to snatch it. Put the work in, you know what I'm saying? And level up on basically expressing your pain in a way to where it works for you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to interfere with someone else's celebrity status, attention, clout, whatever. See, that's why I think a lot of the times the people who are doing it because it's a motive behind it, they got a purpose, they gonna last for a longer time. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to create no matter what. They're not going to become stagnant because they didn't, you know what I'm saying, sell their soul for something. They actually put it on the line. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm doing this because it's a bigger purpose behind it. It's not just for me. It's for, you feel me, everybody. But you got to think, everybody don't think like that. Some people are real individualized people that just don't care about nothing or nobody, because again, like I've said before, they took their heart out of it, and they're basically pushing that, like, only care about yourself, work on yourself. Listen, don't forget that part, but also realize and know that having a purpose in life is going to come with some pain, and you're going to take that pain and you're going to transmute it into something that not only benefits you, but everybody around you. You know what I'm saying? People who do not have a purpose, I promise you, only care about the attention and the money and the status. So if you take that away from them, they turn evil, because that is the only thing they have behind them to make them look like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Their soul, they sold their soul. You know what I'm saying? And listen, oftentimes you can't get that back. Once you've worked up so much karmic baggage by karmically, spiritually, you feel me, possessing people's minds to think a certain way, and then when they wake up, that whole system flipped, that person turns into rage. It's almost no turning back. You know what I'm saying? They're probably rotting from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they sold their soul to the dark side for an image instead of actually, you know, doing what they're doing for a purpose. You'll be able to tell the difference. I promise you. At a time like this, it's real easy to know the difference between who sold their soul for an image and who actually is doing what they're doing because it's a purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? And everything you experience and go through will give you more ammo to be able to, you know what I'm saying, apply to the people that could be going through the same thing. And then there are people, listen, they could give a fuck. They could care less what people going through. I need to keep my image. I need to keep my status. So please do this. Even if you don't, I'm going to convince you to do it so I can keep my status. That's crazy. That's insane once you think about it. You know what I'm saying? But the darkness is dying. You know what I'm saying? It's either you are love and light and you figure out your purpose in life, or, you know what I'm saying, you crumble from the inside out. And listen, I'm telling you right now, that's a wicked way to die. Strictly because you were so used to your image. You know what I'm saying? You were so used to portraying something that you're not to be able to acquire things in life. You know what I'm saying? You should never have to sell yourself short for nothing or nobody to be able to feel like somebody in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because just coming from experience, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't too happy by the results. But I had to live with that. But once I started, oh, listen, this time around, if my heart ain't in it, hey, if there's no connection, if there's nothing, no purpose, no meaning, no feeling behind what I'm doing, I'm not doing it. I don't care what you threaten me with. I don't care what you take away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you got to think how those people are oftentimes a lot stronger, because it doesn't matter how much you put on the table, they're not going to go against what they stand on. You know what I'm saying? Those are very strong-willed people that have a purpose and a motive for doing anything in this world versus selling themselves short. You feel me? And again, I don't know. I guess that'll be the war we have, because there are people who sold themselves, sold their soul to look good, to paint an image, to have money. You feel me? And their mission is to captivate people who have sold their soul and their mind. That's the only way they continue to level up. Without the souls and minds of other people, they have to go back into their box of who they really are. And they avoided that for so long that's almost a bad space. Then you start to see things start crumbling because they don't have nobody's energy to feed off of anymore. You know what I'm saying? Their creative aspect ain't giving it what it's given because, you know what I'm saying, they use people's energy to create that aspect of who they were. It was an image, a popularity thing. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone actually having a motive for doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you truly care and when you're motivated and you got reasons why you do what you do and you are who you are, that's going to stand the test of time. Versus you just doing something for an image. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be myself all the way until I die. And I'd rather do that than sell myself short for a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what situation you in. You got to think of the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? The longevity that comes behind you actually being yourself and allowing people to be themselves around you. That means don't nobody have to do nothing they don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going to be solely because they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? No convincing, no manipulating, no lying, no finessing, no none of that. Just I'm doing what I'm doing because it's a motive, it's a purpose, it's a feeling behind me doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And again, since the world hasn't operated like that in so long, there are people that, you feel me, or try to do everything they can and try to come in and shut it down and cut it off, you know what I'm saying, and make it seem as if what you saying ain't the truth. And I think it truly is. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, people are having a hard time trying to pull away from the I'm broke, let's get money, sell my soul type of image. You feel me? I don't give a fuck about you. All I care about is me. You know what I'm saying? But just to think that when you become so self-centered, you could have all the money in the world, but when you don't got nobody to share it with because you was so self-centered, that's when it hits you back in the face. Some people really don't care because they, like I said, they sell their soul and quit. You know what I'm saying? But understanding and knowing that when you have a pure giftedness to you, anything that you pour your pain into through that giftedness will prevail because you kept your soul with it. Anything that you did for an image and certain connections and people that you was connected to that promoted you, that connected you to this and pushed an image on you, once that is removed and those people find themselves or something happen, what do you have to offer the people after that? Nothing. Because everything you did was motivated based off of you. You know what I'm saying? So why would someone pour into somebody that they're not going to get a return on their investment? Because it's all about you. You ain't talking about nothing I'm on. You ain't know nothing I'm on. You feel me? You ain't pouring back into me. It's all about you. So why would I pour into that? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And that person loses all credibility. You feel me? Energetically. This is something that you can't see, but it's being done. A lot of people are using power because people are waking up to their own power. They're not being easily mind controlled by other people. You feel me? So once that happens, everything you invested in, resources, energetically, returns, starts to, hey, these people start to become truly sick from the inside out. They start becoming really broke. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they looked up to as far as in power by banking on someone else, it starts to cripple. The more people wake up, that's why you got to think how they've been trying to silence people from waking up for so long. Energetically, people don't even realize that their motive is to, you know what I'm saying, get that person to be silent because they're going to expose what we own. You know what I'm saying? And the more people that wake up to it, our whole system fails. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think, again, like I said, there are so many soulless people in the world who don't give a fuck about shit, but selling their soul for a bag. You know what I'm saying? That you're crippling the whole system. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, like I said, there's people that I know that died behind not having the ability to be themselves, because they were controlled to operate and be a certain way. And if they didn't operate that way, you know what I'm saying, they had certain things taken from them. I didn't get it then, but I do now. You know what I'm saying? And so because I'm so hell-bent, that's why I'm stepping on niggas' necks. I ain't giving up. I'm not stopping. I'm not quitting. You feel me? I'm letting it all loose because it's the truth. I'd rather die being me than die being somebody else's puppet. You feel me? For a bag. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? And you won't get no profit off of that because you're not teaching nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not helping people become something that they can add value to their own lives. Why? Because it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? So listen, knowing and understanding that it's getting to a point where it take time, but the darkness is being driven out. You know what I'm saying? Do not sell yourself short for somebody else. Do not engage in stuff that you don't want to engage in to please someone else. Because I promise you, when it come time for them to think about you, they gonna do what's best for them in the situation. Only reciprocate energy of people that's willing to do the same for you. Because if not, you're gonna become somebody's puppet for a bag of fruit snacks. You feel me? So listen, it's real out here, and it's not planned. You know what I'm saying? And again, the darkness is playing dirty. But if you allow it to get to you, they win. But if you don't, then, you feel me, they lose. Doesn't mean they won't keep trying, but they become weaker. You know? So, and the people that are strong in their power become stronger. It's a reversed effect. You feel me? But the reason why they were able to turn the world so dark is because people were weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to trick you out your spot if I just put a bag on the table. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to trick you out your spot, you feel me, if I make you feel good for 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You could care less about who you are, or what you value, or what you hold. You know what I'm saying? So let's get everybody to be on this certain train. And next thing you know, at some point the world was exposed for all the darkness behind it. Now people don't know what to do. They looking like some chickens with their heads cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you for real? I thought you was this type of person. And not. You feel me? They were being controlled, and now that they got to be themselves, they don't know who they are. And I feel bad, because, you feel me, that means you will sell your soul for anything just to be able to have that status again instead of being yourself. Listen, being yourself is the new win. You know what I'm saying? Staying out the way is the new win. Allowing yourself not so much access to everybody is the new win. You know what I'm saying? Unless someone's paying you. And I mean pouring into you spiritually, helping you get connected to the bag, helping you do things that you love and enjoy that boost you up. You feel me? That's where the money at. Anybody that's taken away from that ain't for you. You feel me? And I promise you, they're out here on a spiritual mission. And they'll cloak themselves to make you think they for you, but they not. You know what I'm saying? And you'll end up drained at the end of it all. Because I promise you, when people go home at the end of the day, or when they off doing their own thing, all that shit replay in their memory. And they think to themselves, how I got played, how this person really don't care about me. But if you're in the karmic loop, you'll think it's normal. That shit ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Follow your own path. Do what you are called to do that makes your soul happy. You know what I'm saying? You'll live longer that way. And it'll be harder for anyone to convince you to do something that you really don't want to do. That's where it's at. You feel me? So listen, don't sell your soul. Keep it. And watch you glow up naturally. You feel me? People will like you just for being different instead of being like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.